Hello, family. This is Coach Jay here. Here to teach again on today some life skills. I hope that if you're a young person and you're watching this video, I hope that you can get something out of it. If you're a parent, if you're aunt, uncle, mentor, coach yourself, I hope that you can get something out of this video as well. Today, what I want to be focusing on is leadership and how to develop and cultivate leadership in youth and young adults. And one of the first ways that you can cultivate leadership, if you're a parent, if you're a coach, if you're a teacher, one of the ways that you can cultivate leadership in youth is encourage involvement. And if you're a young person, if you feel like you have leadership potential, leadership capability, then I want to encourage you to get involved. And you may be saying, what kind of involvement are you talking about? Well, I'm talking about involvement in activities, involvement in clubs that will cultivate your leadership skills and abilities. That could be you're in band, that could be you're in debate club, chess club. That could mean that you're on the football team, baseball team, swim team. You're involved in some sort of activity that is age appropriate, where you can begin to develop your leadership skills and leadership abilities. And so parents, if you feel as though and see as though your child has the capacity to be a leader, then encourage that level of engagement. And then number two, provide opportunity for decision making. And if you have a structure in the home, give your child some autonomy. Give that young person some autonomy to make decisions. You may not allow them to make decisions that are risky or that are, bear too much weight. But for example, parents, you can give your child the responsibility of selecting what you all are going to have for dinner one night a week, or give them responsibility of cooking and helping and assisting you prepare dinner, or on a weekend, instead of you all as parents deciding what the family is going to do, give them the decision making power and ability to decide what the family is going to do. And so, young person, I encourage you to look for opportunities to make decisions. Even at your age, you may feel like, well, it's not a lot for me to make a decision about, but there are many things as a young person that you can make decisions around. How are you going to show up at school? What you're going to wear at school? How do you want to be viewed based on what you wear, how you show up in your behavior and in your character? So just begin to embrace every opportunity as a young person that you have to make decisions. So number one, encourage involvement. Number two, provide opportunity to make decisions. And then number three, promote self-reflection and goal setting. So parents, promote self-reflection, goal setting. Young people, self-reflect and set goals. When you come home from the end of your day, before you get busy with homework, your leisure activities, just reflect and see how your day went. Maybe you set a goal that morning to where you wanted to have this type of day, where you wanted to accomplish this. And so at the end of your day, just reflect and see how your day went and measure your day to see how much progress you made. And then you can say, hey, well, I didn't meet my goals. And then you can start creating some action plans around, okay, tomorrow I need to do this, this, and this so that I can meet my goal that I didn't meet today. So parents, again, encourage self-reflection and encourage goal setting, along with, how to create action steps that will help your child achieve their goals. We don't just want them to make goals. Young people, we don't want you to just make goals, but we want you to also understand how to create action steps that will allow you to achieve and attain that goal. And then number four, encourage public speaking and communication skills. And this one is pretty key. If you look at any leader, whether it's a principal, a politician, chief of police, sheriff, any CEO, businessman, pastor in the community, leading the community, public speaking and the ability to communicate is key. And so if you're a parent, please encourage public speaking and communication. If you're a young person, you may be saying, well, I'm shy. I don't like to speak in public, and that's okay. What I would encourage you to do is read and write. Read and write, because a lot of times the shyness and the lack of confidence that comes around public speaking and communication is the ability or one's lack of being sure of a subject matter or being sure of a topic. So the more you read, the more you write, the more information that you have, the more knowledge that you have, and the more sure you are about what it is that you've read, what it is that you have researched, and you feel comfortable with sharing that. So I want to encourage you around public speaking and communication, and talk often. If you read some as a young person, go talk to your parents about it. Go talk to somebody that you trust that is older about what you read, and just exchange and dialogue, and just get used to communicating around, subject matters that are not like, video games or football or different leisure type activities. But there's nothing wrong with communicating around that as well, because those are fun topics. And then the fifth thing is teach problem solving and critical thinking, which is another great characteristics of a leader. If you're going to be a leader, you're going to have to think critically, and you're going to have to be able to solve problems. And a couple of ways that you can do that as a young person, and a couple of ways you can teach that as parents, is allow your child to think independently. You may not agree with how they think, but give them the opportunity within themselves to think critically and to think independently, to see what they come up with, because it's their mind they have to use. They can't think with your mind, so they have to have the ability to think with their own mind. And then as they are thinking independently, you can help shape that and mold that based on what you pour into them, the different type of questions that you may ask around something they're thinking independently about. And then also challenge them to find creative ways to come up with solutions for their own problems. If they come to you with an issue, don't just immediately solve it for them. Ask them how would they solve their own problem, and that tends to deepen their ability to think, and even give them the capacity to understand that they can solve their own problem. So young people, please think independently. Please challenge yourself to come up with your own solutions. Never take a problem to your parent and never have a solution. If you're going to take a problem to your parent, always have a solution. It may not be the solution that you all agree on, but at least they will know that, wow, you put some thought into that and you even came up with a solution. So again, number 5, teach problem solving and critical thinking skill. Also, the last one is instill a growth mindset. Instill a growth mindset. You may be saying, well, what do you mean about a growth mindset? Teach your children to embrace challenges. If you're a young person, don't run away from a challenge. If you're faced with a difficult task, a difficult assignment in school, don't run from it, embrace it. Difficulty is not meant to break you. It is meant to elevate you. It's meant to grow you. But sometimes in life, when things are difficult, we tend to react and shy away from the difficulty. But embrace that difficulty. Parents, teach your children how to embrace difficulty. Also, teach them to learn from failure, not to focus on the failure itself, but what can they learn from the failure. We don't want children to feel as though failure is so bad that they never take a risk because they fear failure. So in order for them to embrace the growth mindset, they have to be comfortable with failure and learning from failure. Not comfortable in terms of that's all they do is fail, but comfortable in the sense to where they don't fear taking a risk because of failure. And then also teach them to be persistent in their efforts towards goal achievement. If they fail that first time around, hey, get back up, let's keep going. If they fail a second time, get back up, keep going. Teach them that persistence and how it pays off in terms of goal achievement and goal attainment. So again, these are some leadership things that you can do to cultivate leadership if you feel as though your child has leadership attributes, leadership potential, leadership skills. These are some of the things that you can do to cultivate leadership in your child. 6 things, I'm gonna repeat. Encourage involvement, provide opportunity for decision making, promote self-reflection and goal setting. Number 4, encourage public speaking and communication skills. Number 5, teach problem solving and critical thinking. And number 6, instill the growth mindset. So again, those are 6 things that you can do to cultivate leadership in your child. And if you're a young person watching this video, those are some of the things that you can practice within yourself to cultivate your leadership skills and ability. I believe in you as a parent. I believe in you as a young person. And I believe that if you're a parent, you are molding, shaping, training, coaching one of the next great leaders that America would see. If you're a young person watching this video, I believe that within yourself, you are cultivating, molding the great leader that we will need in the future that is to come. Listen, I hope that you're empowered by this video. I hope that you learned something that you can take with you, utilize in your day-to-day activities. Peace out. Coach Jay gone.